So when I look around the world today, I feel that many of us really operate based on fear. And when we operate based on fear, what happens is we tend to try to manipulate and control other people and situations. We try to hold on to things that do not serve us. We can tend to lie, cheat, or deceive others, because when you have fear, you feel like there's no other option, that this is all that there is. So that's when we try to manipulate, lie, cheat, and deceive. And so after so many years of inner self-development, what I realized is that my least powerful state is in fear. When things really come into my life, the things that I desire really flow into my life, is when I truly surrender and release to the infinite wisdom of God and the universe. Is to surrender and release. And that is what I discovered our true power really lies. And so in my own personal life, I really discovered the power of surrender and release in so many situations, powerful situations. For example, when I was in my early 30s, I thought I would never get married or find a life partner. And so I was kind of distressed about that, because especially coming from an Asian culture, that's a big deal not to be married, especially when you're in your early 30s, because the Asian culture places so much value on marriage. So whenever I would see my aunt or uncles, they would ask me, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? And I really felt that pressure by my family and society. So I even went to see a therapist about my, lonely situation, my single state situation. And so I was distressed, and I thought, oh my God, I'm never gonna meet anybody the rest of my life. I'm getting older, and my family is disappointed in me, and society is gonna think that, I'm not a good person because I'm not married. I had all these limiting beliefs. And so in my early 30s, my late sister's son got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And there was that infinite part of me, that soul part of me, said to me that son's cancer was just a manifestation of years of stress and unhappiness. So I always say that son died of stress and unhappiness, and cancer was just her manifested symptom. And so when that happened to my sister's son, I really felt that I needed to look inward and change my life, because I knew that son got cancer because of stress and unhappiness. And I thought to myself, my God, if I continue on this unhappiness path, I'm also going to get cancer. And so that's when I looked inward and turned to spirituality. And spirituality is what really empowered my life, because when I started to connect to the infinite part of me, God and this universe, the magical power and wisdom of this universe, I felt peaceful. I no longer felt lonely. I no longer felt that I needed a partner. I was content being by myself. And so I remember having a conversation with my mother, on the phone. I was here on the West Coast and my mother lives on the East Coast. And I remember being on the phone with her and saying to my mother, I said, Mom, I'm perfectly fine being by myself, because my mom asked me if I met somebody, because my mom really wanted me to get married. But I told her, look, I'm fine being by myself. I surrendered and released that resistant energy of feeling frustrated alone to the universe. I just released it. And I was perfectly content being alone. As soon as I released it, within a year, I met my husband and got married. You see the power of surrender and release? It is the most powerful thing that there ever is. So our true power is not when we hold on to fear, but when we surrender and release our resistant energy of any doubt, concern, worry, or fear to the universe, because the universe has the infinite power, infinite wisdom to make all things happen in our lives. So one of my favorite analogies of all time about the power of surrendering and releasing to the universe is really the water dam. You know how humans build the water dam in order to prevent the flow of water to the other side? Well, this represents really our life. when we do not have something that we desire manifest in our life, we're creating a water dam in our life. So for example, this is us right here. This is us. We're standing or sitting or whatever on the other side of the water dam, hoping for some desired outcome in our life. For example, this person wants $2 million in the bank, but he doesn't necessarily feel worthy. He doesn't feel that he can make $2 million. He's holding on to all of those limiting beliefs about his life. They're just limiting beliefs because it's infinitely possible for him to make $2 million, right? And so the universe, being so infinitely smart and wise, this side is the universe, wants to bring him all of the cooperative components to support manifesting that $2 million. The universe already knows his desires. That's how infinitely wise, smart, and powerful the universe is. And the universe is sending him the cooperative components to manifest that $2 million. The cooperative component can be like a new business partner, an investor, or a new idea for that manifestation to occur. And the universe is sending that cooperative component. But what's happening? So what's happening? What's happening? There's this dam here, right? So while the universe is trying to send all of the cooperative components for you to realize that $2 million, it can't get through. You can't receive those cooperative components because this dam represents your resistant energy. The resistant energy of doubt, of fear, of not feeling worthy of that $2 million. That's your resistant energy, and that's your dam. So you're preventing these cooperative components from coming into your experience, and then you hold yourself down. You can't realize this $2 million. And so what happens? As soon as you let go of that resistant energy, that beliefs, those beliefs that do not serve you, that I'm not worthy enough, that I'm not good enough, that I can't make that kind of money, when you let go of all of that resistant energy, this dam is now collapsing. The dam collapsed, and all of those cooperative components that the universe is sending you is being received by you. You are receiving it because now you're in the flow of the universe. That's what it means to live in the flow of the universe, is to allow the universe to send you these cooperative components because you do not have any resistant energy. And so that's what happened in my own personal life. As soon as I let go of the resistant energy of feeling lonely, frustrated, doubtful, worried, concerned that I may never get married, I collapsed my own dam, and the cooperative component was received by me. And it can happen so quickly. I mean, it can happen in a matter of days, matter of months. I mean, if you just let go of that resistant energy. And that's why when you hold on to fear and try to manipulate, control situations, or hold on to things that do not serve you, you're really putting up that dam and not allowing the universe to bring you the magnificent cooperative components to manifest something even more magical. So as soon as you collapse that dam and surrender and release that resistant energy to the universe, you will see how magical the manifestations can be in your life. So the way I like to release and surrender all of this resistant energies and beliefs and thoughts that do not serve me are through meditations and mantras. I mean, I really mantra throughout the whole day, whether I'm walking my dog or whether I'm doing the dishes or whether I'm waiting at my doctor's office. I mantra constantly because I want to make sure that I am shifting my energy and living in the flow of the universe. So some of my favorite mantras about letting go and surrendering to the universe are: the more I let go and trust the universe, the more I receive. The more I let go and trust the universe, the more I receive. Another mantra that I love is: I release all of my limiting beliefs and thoughts to God and the universe, knowing that they are loving and supporting me unconditionally for my highest good and well-being. I release all of my limiting beliefs and thoughts to God and the universe, knowing that they are loving and supporting me unconditionally for my highest good and well-being. Another one is I release anything that does not serve me, knowing that there's a better opportunity waiting for me. I release anything that does not serve me, knowing that there's a better opportunity waiting for me. So these are some of my favorite mantras that I like to say throughout the day or during my meditations, but you can create mantras that really resonate with you to allow you to surrender and release any resistant energy that does not serve you. So in order to really be powerful in our lives, we have to surrender any type of resistant energy like fear and surrender it to the universe. Because when we do that, the universe can make anything happen, because the universe is infinitely wise, infinitely smart, infinitely intelligent, and infinitely powerful to make all things happen in our lives, because we are part and parcel of the universe. We, like the entire universe, come from that one source energy. So we are connected to the universe, and the universe can bring anything to you if we can just surrender and release our resistant energy. That is really where our true power is. And so if you have a powerful story about how you surrendered a resistant energy, like I surrender the energy of feeling loneliness and then marriage came to me right away. If you have a powerful story like that, please share it with us, because your stories, your comments and feedback and experiences really help me and my community at large. And if you like this video, please make sure to share it and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to visit all of my spiritual and holistic living tips, just go to my website at yinandyangliving.com. 고맙습니다.